Hello ASA listeners, my name is Dennis and I'm coming to you with a bit of random fun. You might have heard of the amazing Let's Play Skyrim series brought to you by ASA Podcasting. Well, here's a chance for you to become involved with the show. Our own frontman Andrew is going through the Bard's quest line in Skyrim. Well, in typical fashion, Andrew has quite a few helpers on the scene. What we need is our loyal ASA people to give Andrew's merry band a name. For every email submission, one per person, I will donate $1 to CFF. For the winner, I will donate $50 in their name, and they will get a very special Skyrim prize. I will also roll a d20 and multiply all the $1 donations by the result. So let's have some fun. The contest will last till the finale of the Barge College Let's Play. Give Andrew some cowbell and make him proud.
Please send all band name suggestions to thefalloutfeed@gmail.com. Thanks.
Yeah.
Who's rapping? Overkeen. Dragons? I'm not overkeen. I'll dice them like a knife, slicing right through an aubergine. My dragon shout flow is sweeter than a soda stream. You won't believe your eyes. I'm like an overload of dopamine. A broadsword in one hand and a magic spell in the other. I'm the last of the dragonborn. There's no other, my brother, so run for cover. If you've got scales, then I'm on your tail, and I will not fail like a free-roaming sandbox game. I'm off the real...
Welcome to the 33rd edition of a Skyrim Addict podcast roundtable. Yay! It's the 4th episode of the special edition. We are the show who compares and contrasts Skyrim experiences through a lively roundtable discussion by playing through the same quests with characters who have been randomly assigned drastically different attributes. Welcome, everyone.
Evening, guys.
Hello.
Oh. Full room tonight, guys. I will say hello. My name is Andrew. I'm calling in from Indiana, and we will say hello to Michael. How are you doing this evening, sir?
Excellent. Calling in from New Jersey.
New Jersey. Good to hear you. Also, we are joined by ASA Game Talk. Hello, Game Talk.
What's going on, gamers?
How's this, Jeremy? How are you doing tonight?
I am good. I am calling in from slightly chilly West Bend, Wisconsin.
Chilly, Wisconsin. Oh, I hear it's horribly cold. Your frame of chilly is probably a little different than most of the people out there. So, glad to have you aboard, Jeremy. Thanks for joining us. And Colin, how are you tonight?
Evening. I'm very well. Evening, guys. My name's Colin. Calling in from Essex in England.
That's great. So glad to have you aboard, Colin. And Juan, you're muted, so we'll go over to Pat. Hi, Pat.
Hey, Andrew. How we doing?
Very well. How are you doing tonight?
Doing okay. This is Pat calling in from Philadelphia mainline suburbs.
Mainline. That sounds like a septic issue. Victor, how are you doing?
It's a train issue, just to be clear.
I'm doing fine, Andrew. Today I am calling in from a little farther south than normal. I am just north of Yonkers, right on the Hudson River.
Oh, that's always one of those classic New York upstate names that we hear about here in the Midwest. That one of those places I'll probably never go. But
well, the big joke is that Yonkers is upstate, even though it's like it borders on New York City. So.
Yeah.
I thought that was a candy.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
Juan, so sweet. Speaking of candy, sir, how are you tonight?
I'm doing well.
Great.
Calling in from Escondido, Southern California.
Great.
Probably frigid there, huh?
Yeah, freezing.
Yeah, how chilly is it by you, Juan?
I think it's like 68.
Oh, man. I'm sorry, buddy.
Mute Juan.
You better go put on a sweater. Yes, that's great. So thanks for joining us, everyone. Tonight we are joined also by, we have a new producer behind the glass. He's joined us before. It's Gary. He doesn't want a mic to chime in or anything, but he's already given me attitude from over there. So we'll try to ignore him best we can. But tonight we are going to be working on some roundtable quests. I'm really excited, except for I dropped my notes somewhere. Where did I put those? Here we go, guys. Tonight on the roundtable, on the next couple of episodes, guys, we'll be going over 3 quests in the main storyline for Skyrim. We'll be covering Dragon Rising, The Way of the Voice, and The Horn of Jurgen Windcaller. Not all necessarily in this episode. No pressure to cram these all in. Got plenty of time. Let's let our ideas and our stories roam, build off of each other's stories, chime in. Remember, this is not just a walkthrough, but a comparison of how our experiences are different based on our stat roll. Speaking of our stat roll, guys, there is a character generator for all the players out there who'd like to do a play along with us. You can find our schedule over at ASA Podcasting if you click in the Skyrim section. Scroll down, you'll find our schedule there. You will also find the character generator. If you click on that, you can scroll up yourself or roll up yourself a brand new character. Play along with us. Send in your feedback to skyrimroundtable@gmail.com, and we'd love to hear your experiences. So, guys, let's go ahead and get into some brief character introductions, and then we can start talking about our adventures and maybe meander into some quests eventually if you'd like to. So if we go down the row here, Michael, you seem to be doing your quests right now, I believe. So why don't you just tell us about what you're about to stumble into and who you're stumbling into it with?
I am right now stumbling into a snow bear. Let me put my controller down.
Oh, no, snow bear.
After I just stumbled into a troll. So I'm going up to 7,000 steps right now. I finished, what's that one? Dragon Rising.
Mm-hmm.
I just rolled that in with the end of the last episode anyway, because you kind of fall right into it, where the dragon at the watchtower there. But before that, quickly, actually, I just saw this. Since Andrew mentioned we have the character creator on the website, check out. We have some new shows up there as well. We have a TV podcast, Damn Television.
Yeah. Let's get a nice plug in for our new show.
Yeah, Matt and John. If you want to check that out, all the information to subscribe to it is there. Of course, Earwash, Fallout feed, all that stuff is there. So, asapodcasting.com. But so I rolled right into Dragon Rising last time.
Nice.
And I just bounced off into the Civil War, trying to save Skyrim from the evil empire for Lord Ulfric, who is my hero. He is my savior, and I will be following him to the ends of the earth, or ends of Nirn. Sorry,
it's Nirn.
That must have burned.
It went down hard. I'm not gonna lie. It was. It's a different look. I'm role playing. All right.
That's commitment.
Role
man.
playing.
That is commitment.
I'm trying to keep this character, like a Stormcloak.
Stormcloak.
It's different,
Yeah, but it's interesting. It sounds like
It is the Khajiit Warlock.
A complex
Stormcloak.
build.
Yeah.
Great.
Warlock Stormcloak.
And you're going up to 7,000 steps right now, and
I am going up and down the 7,000 steps right now, running away from a snow bear.
Oh man. A snow bear. I know a normal bear that I meet. I don't know, a snow bear. Does random stuff spawn on the way up?
My ass.
Yeah, the snow bears are a little tougher, I believe, right? And they're the white bar. That's all.
Hey, guys, remind me a little bit later on when we're talking about the 7,000 steps. Remind me to talk about the new shrine that pops up there with a mod that I added that you have to speed run up the 7,000 steps. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Victor, maybe?
Yeah, I've done that. I've actually completed that run once.
Okay. Well,
it's actually pretty hard.
Yeah, no shit. That's why I wanted to talk about it. That's why I wanted to talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. Yeah.
Was it a speed run?
Yeah, there's a speed aspect to it, and I can't figure out exactly what they're testing me for. So it's that kind of thing where I know there's a trick to it. I just haven't figured out what the trick is yet.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but it's one of those things that I feel like, since I never played Oblivion, it feels like one of those things that probably is more of a mechanic of the older games that people who used to love those older games worked back into Skyrim because they feel like that sort of thing is missing.
I don't think so in this case.
Okay.
Not at least in this.
Of course, I've never played them, so I don't really know. But it seems like a very different sort of mechanic that you don't really do in Skyrim a lot. You know what I mean? There's not a whole lot of hurry up and run up here before the time runs out. That's like a Mario type thing. You know what I mean?
I don't think there was too many timed things in Oblivion.
Okay.
Was there like one timed quest or something maybe?
I think the beginning of the Thieves Guild there was a time.
You have a certain amount of time to do it, right?
Yeah.
You were racing against two other would-be thieves.
That's what it was. Yeah, I knew there was one that had some kind of time aspect to it. I just cannot remember which one.
Yeah, it was. Again, I've never played Oblivion, so it wasn't anything specific I was comparing it to. But
I think you're running Ordinator, aren't you, Andrew?
Yes, sir, Colin, I am.
So I don't know whether it'll work for you, but yeah, the answer is in your assigned Magicka.
The answer's in my assigned Magicka?
Yeah, you're assigned like magic ability.
Restoration? The solution is in there, you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. I will try to decipher your Sphinx-like clues, Colin.
Yeah. Well, just remember, it's the mod that added that was written by the same guy who did Ordinator. So I mean, Thunderchild and Ordinator are the same mod authors. So
yeah.
It's not too surprising
that they go hand in hand. Yeah. Cool, great. So character introduction wise, if we move on down the road, Jeremy, I know you said it's been a few weeks since you actually played the quest, but do you at least remember your character's name?
Oh, I do. Old Nadzler Limbersky.
I love
you, Limbersky.
Yes. He is a Dunmer male. Obviously, with a name like Nadzler, it's a male. Let's see. Sorcerer. Yeah. I'm just looking at my sheet because it's been a while. I popped in today, update some mods. Of course, I downloaded a couple more because now I'm pushing 40. So
you're one of those guys who spends more time looking through the mods than you do actually playing the damn game, right?
I'm just waiting for the tree mod to come out.
Yeah,
my fault.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited about the tree mod too. And what's the armors one?
Oh.
Immersive armors.
Yeah, immersive armors.
It's going to be a while before you.
Yeah, I'm waiting on trees and immersive armors.
Oh, I added the Bosmer one that we talked about in the group.
You'll have to report back.
Yeah, I started using that actually.
One of the helmets in there is like, wow. When you put it on your follower, you can see them staring daggers at you.
Oh,
You're talking about the Bosmer armor, the one that's part of immersive armor too. Yeah,
that one. Yep. That was I like it a lot, and it works really well with Frostfall because it covers better. And it's
but excuse me, but the helmet with the two big feathers sticking out of it is a fashion faux pas. I'm sorry.
That's not what I was
not wear that.
I don't think I made. Yeah. I'm gonna guess. Let's see. No, I made the hood, not the helmet.
Yeah.
Oh, because
I refuse to wear that.
Yeah. Every fancy gentleman needs a fancy hat, Victor.
Yes.
Imagine the feather.
What's your point, Andrew?
I'm fancy.
I imagine it would look good with the cape, though.
Yeah, I'm running Tree
a
Mod.
cape, yeah. Sorry, Juan, what'd you say? You're running Tree Mod?
I'm running Tree Mod.
Oh, you're on like the old version still, right? You're on the
no.
legendary.
I am actually.
Oh no, you crashed. Oh great,
yeah,
you crashed! Woohoo! So welcome to the new game.
I was trying to do too much with my graphics card, so I got it.
But Tree Lot is just distance stuff. It's not.
No.
Trees, right?
No, I'm running it on SE on the Xbox. I'm running Tree Lot.
Is that a recent?
Yeah, but Tree LOD, right? But that's just the LODs. That's just the LODs. That's not the nearby trees.
Tell me, I'm an idiot, guys. Tell me what LOD.
It's the load on distance. That's what you see in it's the lower end graphic tiles that you see in the distance.
That makes sense.
And like the good, like the one that Juan is running, makes them a little higher res, so it looks nicer in the distance. So.
Let's see. We were just talking to Jeremy about his character introduction. Welcome again, Jeremy. Thank you. Colin, would you like to tell us a little bit about your character?
Yeah. Hi, guys. My character's name is Clesia Aridia, and she is an Imperial female. Her assigned skills were enchanting, two-handed, and pickpocket. Enchanting and two-handed are both at 100 now. Pickpocket is is 22.
That's a tough one, isn't it? Oh, jeez. Oh, man.
Seeing as she doesn't steal anything, that's the reason why it's 22. The only thing she will steal is when she's trying to disarm somebody.
Oh, nice.
And seeing as she's in heavy armor, she's in heavy armor. Sometimes she can get in and behind using invisibility potions, and she has muffle on her boots so they don't hear her coming from behind. But
nice.
Once she takes it from one guy and he realizes, then everybody knows she's there, so she just has to kill everybody in the area so she can't pickpocket them. So
okay,
what did you say she has on her boots?
Yeah, I was going to say, that's my initial thought is, where did you get your muffle boots?
You could pick up a spell for that. I'm sorry. I just didn't know.
Where'd you get your muffle boots? And screw you, second round.
I bought them in a shop, I think.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure Alvor had them.
Great.
Oh, wow.
Alvor really had muffle boots?
Yeah.
Wow. I am baffled by that.
It's not like he's at the beginning of the game or anything.
Yeah, no shit. Keith said he picked him up in that mine that's right next to the exit of frickin'
Embershard there?
Yeah, at Embershard.
Yeah,
oh my god.
Sneak boots they were.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Lately she's just been hanging around doing side quests and getting for the companions and side quests for the Dawn Guard.
Oh, great.
Halfway through Dawn Guard, halfway through completed the companion. And she's now the Harbinger, and as the Harbinger, she went to the Dawn Guard and said, well, one of the two of us team up, you can hire us as the fighting guild to help you out and kill all the vampires.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you if later on you'll discuss the relationship between the companions and the Dawn Guard. I feel like that those two could get along pretty well. So maybe we'll discuss
I think
that
so
a
too.
little bit.
I think I like the idea of the two of them getting on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Great. So that's awesome, Colin. Thank you. Welcome to the show. And Juan, would you like to tell us a little bit about your fella or lady?
Yeah, no, he's a fella. He's Vanitas Barasius. He is an Imperial. And I've been playing a little bit of Oblivion, and I kind of got the idea they have a sorcerer class which runs heavy armor and illusion and a lot of spells. So I'm making him a heavy armor mage.
Hey, that's great. We didn't mention it yet. Oblivion just got its rollback release or whatever it's called. You know what I mean? The reverse compatible.
Compatibility, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty big news, especially in this group where so many people love Oblivion. That's great. Congratulations. Hopefully, maybe I'll get around to it one day.
Yeah, and fortunately, I kept my legendary or Game of the Year version.
Nice.
So I have everything that came with it.
But it's impossible to bring your saves over still, right? You can't bring over old characters
unless I had my 360 and actually loaded them onto the cloud or whatever.
Oh, okay. But it is possible then. That's cool.
I believe it is, yes.
That seems like a lot of work, and someone like me would not be able to do that. But congratulations to those of you out there who can accomplish something like that. That's awesome.
Yeah, my 360 is long gone, so I kind of got lost in Elder Scrolls and online and just kind of.
Well, that's great. And I saw someone was giving you a shout out. Thanks for helping me out in ESO, I believe.
Oh yeah.
So
he's just north of Colin. I mean, I wish I could have helped him a little bit more, but he's on the Euro server. So only thing I can do is just give him verbal advice and so I did the best I could.
Well, that's cool. I'm glad that we can, there's all these different ways where we can connect all over the world now. It's just insane. That's awesome.
It's pretty nice. So, yeah.
Yeah. Great. Welcome to the show again. Thank you, Juan. Pat, do you have a little bit of an introduction for your character, sir?
Sure thing. I am playing Banya Diadanth. She's a lady.
No, she's not.
Bosmer.
She's an elf.
Yeah, elves they're hardly ladies.
She's a Bosmer, focusing on sneak, archery, and destruction magic. And I've actually been getting her a bit into some of the other schools of magic for some utility value, running around, illusion, and some other stuff. She's been doing quite a few side quests. She's done College of Winterhold, Thieves Guild, although I haven't finished Thieves Guild because I'm jealously hanging on to the skeleton key because it's quite handy.
Yeah, totally.
At least till you get used to the lock picking system, then most of the lock picks are pretty easy.
Yeah, I actually don't. Only master locks do I have any trouble with, and if I'm patient, I can get those. But it's nice that having the skeleton, like with the master, like the skeleton key makes masters a lot easier. But everything else, you're right, it's not that bad.
How many lock picks do you have in your inventory, Pat?
Oh, well, I just happen to have my inventory pulled up right this moment. I will tell you, I have.
It's probably like 3,000 or something, isn't it?
No, it's always like 150 or something like that.
Still, that's probably more.
155.
That's probably more than you'll use in the game.
I've probably broken 75 before I got the skeleton key because I was breaking up a storm when I was trying the master locks earlier.
Yeah. That's awesome. I love that. There's a couple of things that you get through the Thieves Guild.
Yeah, you get the sweet light armor first, and then you actually eventually you get the even sweeter Nightingale armor.
That's some of the best vanilla looking armor in the game.
Yeah, it looks good, and it gives you nice bonuses with your set. So I'm actually rocking the exquisite Nightingale armor right now.
Oh, very nice.
Nice.
It's so nice looking. In fact, I loaded a mod that allows you to craft the Nightingale armor at a shop. So that's awesome.
The mask.
Yeah, it's great. What I did was I got the Greybeard robes and the Nightingale mask, so it looks, I don't know, it has altogether it looks very cool.
Actually,
it's actually better. I'm sorry, it's better looking Dark Brotherhood armor than the Dark Brotherhood armor. I mean,
you don't want to fuck around with that guy.
Yeah. So.
That's great. Pat, were you expanding anymore?
I'm sure we'll talk about some more later. That was all I was going to cover.
And that brings us to Victor. Hi, how are you tonight? And tell us a little bit about your new adventurer.
I am fine tonight, and my character is named Freya Hawthorne. She's a distant relative of Sherry's character, Chade Hawthorne. She's Bosmer.
Really? Did you guys plan that? That's awesome.
What's that? No, we didn't.
Oh, okay.
It was a complete coincidence. Yeah, I have a family of Hawthorns that I've been playing for quite a long time.
Yeah.
And
you've disowned that branch of the tree. It's fine.
I'm sorry, what?
I said you've disowned that branch of the tree. It's fine. You can admit it.
Oh no, I haven't disowned anything. I'm still playing Will. He's part of another playthrough I'm doing. But anyway, her skills are archery and conjuration and sneak. She's currently about in the mid 70s in archery, mid 50s in conjuration, and somewhere in the 40s in sneak, if I remember correctly. And her spouse is Sylgia, who you meet at Shore's Stone if you do a small fetch quest for her. So, and Freya and Sylgia are now happily married, and Sylgia is living at Breezeholm for now. Freya also built Lakeview Manor, but they are saving up for their assigned residence of Proudspire or whatever the hell it's called.
Sorry about that.
Her human follower is Belival, but I can't get him or her, I can't remember which, until I believe that's a Dawnguard character, so I can't do that until I get into Dawnguard at some point. And then Skillang, and that's, I think, a Dragonborn character, perhaps. I don't remember. Anyway, her faction is the Companions. She is currently the Harbinger of the Companions, and so she's looking at the Mages Guild, perhaps, to get her conjuration up. Her Civil War side is the Empire, which is kind of ironic considering her backstory, but we won't go into that right now. And she has adopted Sophie, who is her assigned orphan. Her class is Fighter, which she's been doing some work on. She's also pretty handy with the one-handed weapons there. and that's not my phone. And her alignment is evil, which we're sort of, we're kind of, well, we're working with evil as not necessarily as a nasty evil, but as sort of an amoral kind of evil. So we're working with that as well. So that's a sketch of Freya Hawthorne.
Hey Hawthorne, pick up your phone.
No, it wasn't my phone. Wasn't here.
That's great. Thank you for the nice introduction, Victor.
You are welcome.
The last character we'll hear about tonight is Curing Tinker Keeps, my male Argonian, who is a restoration, smithing, and light armor specialist, shall we say. And he got assigned over there at the Valendra Hall and has done all that. We just recently moved in and haven't been back since we dumped all the stuff off into one single barrel. So I'm excited to go back and decorate and all that sort of stuff, so that I can go get the child, which I have freed him and all of that. But I unfortunately found out that you cannot put an orphan into a house added by a mod. For some reason. I'm not sure why.
Well, you can if the mod is compatible with Hearthfires.
Yeah, so maybe I should look into one of those. But I built some nice, really nice, actually, very cool looking Hearthfire style house up at outside of Windhelm, up in the mountains there. And was really enjoying it, and then when I figured out that I couldn't send my orphan back there, it sort of upset me. So I'm going to go ahead and fill out Valendra Hall and bring Samuel back, and we'll have a nice family.
Where's Samuel from?
He's in the orphanage.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that.
Nope. Yep, he's over there at the Riften. I think, does it have a name? I don't know what the name of the orphanage is called.
Honor Hall, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, Honor Hall.
Honor Hall Orphanage. Yep.
Honor Hall. Yeah.
No, but so Valendra's really nice. We'll fill out the family. We've got Serana is joining me in my party. I know a lot of people do not like Serana. She's moody. She's pale. She listens to too much Cure, but I really like her, dang it. We have also Verilus. He is also picked up mid quest, and I did not finish. He's in the Namira quest line. If you pick up Verilus and do not complete that quest line, he'll follow you all day long. He's a monk who has a tendency to shock people, but he is sort of bugged in my playthrough, so he goes up and punches things now. I don't know what his deal is. It's really awesome. He goes up to Draugr Deathlords and punches them right in the face. So
yeah, because he does.
You
can't interact with him, can you?
No, I can't give him
an actual follower. So
yeah, correct, Victor. Yeah, I can't give him any weapons or anything. But in his electricity, he will use it from time to time. Don't get me wrong, but more often than not, he will charge in and start punching. That's really awesome. And then that leaves us with our assigned follower Ogle, the orc, the Orsimer fella from Lagbrashore, who you help rescue from a giant, and then you have to go kill the giant chief over there, and you come back, and then the orc guy wants to take credit for you destroying the giant, but then you actually have the giant kill the chief, and then you come back, and Malakath is pleased, and then Ogle can be your follower. So Ogle is our buddy. I also, Pat, have gotten my meat and gone and met Laud over near what's it called? So I almost combined. I almost compared Falkreath and Markarth to Farkarth. Over by Falkreath, Pat, go get some meat. I'm telling you. And
so it's not the meat vendor in Markarth.
No.
Oh, okay,
this is totally different.
I had the wrong meat vendor in mind. I'll have to go.
This is not a vendor. This is Laud. The I believe he's a woodcutter. Am I wrong?
Yep, you're wrong.
No, he's a smith. He's a smith. He's the
smith.
He's the blacksmith.
Who's the woodcutter? Isn't there a woodcutter there?
Woodcutter. Yep. Well, there is no woodcutter.
Sounds like. Go ahead.
There's a guy cutting wood who gives you his dead friend's ashes, but I doubt that's the guy you're talking about either. But there is a woodcutter there.
Some dude,
Laud was a hunter.
Someone gives you meat. No. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no,
you and your meat.
Anyway. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was thinking the orc that has a similar name.
Oh, no, yeah. I get confused. There was some, I don't know, Bosmer or something, typical name, someone, and they kept talking about it in the story, and I just kept thinking that I was supposed to be finding some different race, and that, like, I don't know. You're right, Juan. The names do get sort of fishy there sometimes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's basically an introduction of my character, a male Argonian. He uses the restoration a lot. We were talking about it last episode. I'm really enjoying this Ordinator because it adds some stuff to the restoration tree that will flip the switch with your restoration spells and make them hurt your enemies, which we all know that is the whole point. So I like standing back, and I've turned myself into a healer of sorts. Where I will just kind of stand back and start throwing heal other at the warring party, which is great because it heals all of my guys, but since the Ordinator now has this flip the switch reversal that will do damage to my enemies, it doesn't matter who I hit. I'm just chucking this thing like crazy because if I hit my enemies, I'm doing damage to them. If I'm hitting my friends, then I'm helping them, so it doesn't matter, and it's actually pretty fun. I always thought that, oh god, who wants to play as a healer? Like those games where there's like different assignments of different roles in a warring party and different classes and stuff. I thought, no one wants to play the healer. That sounds like that sucks. You want to be the barbarian up front or the wizard shooting spells from far away or the archer, something cool. But I'm actually having a really good time. I've never played like this, and I think that's kind of the whole point of the round table is to pull you out of your normal play styles and to make you do stuff sort of out of the norm. So, it's been really fun sort of playing as a restoration mage. I've gotten restoration assigned before, but before you had mods that you could play with, it just fell a little flat, I think. But Ordinator really brings some life into this restoration tree. I've been really enjoying that so far.
I was going to say, you might want to try, when you got Serana, you didn't have to pick up necromantic healing, did you?
Not that I recall, but maybe would have I had to do something spectacular to do that?
No, it's just in as you're getting out of the place where she is.
Yeah.
As you're getting out, if you have a look around, there's a book there. It's a spell tome of necromantic healing where you can heal undead using the restoration. And I was thinking that your restoration doesn't when you use heal other to attack somebody and it damages them, but it doesn't damage undead because they don't get affected by healing spells.
Mm-hmm.
You could try necromantic healing on them and see if that will damage the undead that are your enemies, but idea. Still heal Serana.
You know how good I am about walking right past things, though, Colin?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
You forget about...
See if somebody's selling it.
Let me look through my books and just happen to see if I have spell tome. No, I have nothing.
Is that base game, Colin, or a mod?
Base game.
Off the top of your head, Serana's dungeon, where I got her from.
That would be not Darkfall Cave because that comes later. It's the one that she's in. I can't remember what it's called. What's it called, Victor?
I'm sorry. I was looking for a spell, but I caught that, and it's not coming to me. It's not the only thing I could think of was Dustman's Cairn. It's not Dustman's Cairn. It's,
what is that? Quiet, Dennis. We're not listening to you. We know you're shouting at the bloody podcast.
Shouting at the podcast. I haven't looked to see if anyone's in the YouTube page. Maybe people are shouting at us in the YouTube page.
Oh yeah, I have not pulled that up. I totally forgot.
No, we have Jared and Keith in there right now.
Hey, Jared and Keith.
Hey, guys.
Pull that up.
I was looking for a spell that I wanted to suggest to you, Andrew, which I thought was in the restoration section of Apocalypse, but now I don't see it. Either he's updated the package and it's no longer in there. It's one I'm using with my Let's Play character, and it's something light. Do you remember what it is, Colin? It's specifically for undead and Draugr. It's a bright light. It's almost like a destruction spell, but it's not. I thought it was in restoration, but I don't see it.
Is it like one of the sun spells?
Yeah, it could be one of the Dawn Guard spells instead of Apocalypse. That's why you can't find it there. There's a Stendar's aura, which surrounds you in like a ball of light, and then you've got.
There's a pointed, like almost like a laser beam of light that hits the.
You got Sunfire, and you've got Sunfire and Vampire's Bane.
Yeah, no,
Dawn Guard.
Yeah, no, it's something light, and there's also a because it's in one of my playthrough episodes. There's also a perk in Ordinator that makes it better, causes them to burst into flames. Oh well,
it's not Stendar's light, is it?
No. It's something. I don't know. It's something. Death Ray. I don't remember what it's called.
That sounds awesome. That makes me want to go look it up now.
Yeah. Well, it maybe not there because he's constantly updating that package, and it might be a previous package of Apocalypse. I can't tell you. Anyway.
I'm using Restoration as well. My Restoration is currently 88. I don't know when the Master level spells. When's the Master level spells? That's 90 or 100 in Restoration?
90, I think.
90 or 95. I think
it's 90, yeah.
Because I'm at 88 at the moment. I want to get in there and get those Master level spells because I think with Apocalypse you get some extra Master level spells. So,
did anyone say Dim Hollow Crypt?
There we go, Dim Hollow Crypt. That's the one.
That's why. Yeah, I knew it was D, but I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't bring it up. Oh well.
I just scrolled back through my quest log. I found it.
So in Restoration, the spells that are added in Dawnguard are Heal Undead, Necromantic Healing, Stendar's Aura, Sunfire, and Vampire's Bane.
Yeah, Necromantic Healing. Yeah.
Oh well.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Apocalypse page now, and I don't see it anymore. So I don't know.
Hey, Jeremy, what are you doing in game, buddy?
Weird.
I've been just doing a lot of derping around, discovering some more locations.
What have you discovered recently?
I couldn't even tell you. It's been a few weeks since I played last. I jumped in today, or a couple days ago, and I sold. I realized I was just taking everything back to Breeze Home and just dumping it in the chest. So I had like 15 wolf pelts and crap like that. So I took everything out of the chest, walked up to the general store, sold it, and then I did a little home renovation to Breeze Home. Bought everything I could.
Nice. Up at the dude Proventius or whatever his name is.
Yep. Up from him. I bought everything. I think I can. The only thing left is if I want to change the child's room to a alchemy table, I believe.
Oh yeah, you can switch it.
Yeah, but besides that, I kind of sold everything and bought all that kind of stuff. So that's ready to go, and now I have to. I think after I do these quests, I'm gonna try to find Farkas.
Oh, nice.
Since he will be my spouse.
He's probably not far away. Hey,
right.
Hey guys, what is more fun, a child or an alchemy table?
Alchemy table, of course.
Totally, alchemy table.
Yeah. If you're not in a Hearthfire house, will your child attempt to adopt any animals?
Yes.
Yeah, I think
so. They can bring an animal into the city limits.
I have a fox in Markarth.
Oh, nice.
It's terrible.
It breathes really loud, doesn't it? It scratches.
So it bleeds the whole time I'm in the house.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's just like the wolves. There are mods to remove that. Yeah.
It's like your creepy uncle sitting behind you.
Exactly.
Exactly.
He's breathing on you. I drive Victor nuts with my dog barking, speaking of which, and I've been looking for a long time. For the Quiet Doggy mod, but I just searched and searched. I just needed to trim it down to search for dog mods, and then you find that it's actually not called Quiet Doggy. It's called
Hush Doggy.
Hush Doggy. So I'm sorry, Victor, that I searched for the wrong terms, and I could not add the mod until after my Let's Play the Bards College was.
Well, I took you at your word. I thought you would look it up in the one on the.
I said I was going to, didn't I?
No. I thought the Xbox one was called Quiet Doggy. Sorry. Good Lord.
Quit stealing cars, Victor.
Yeah, no, I was about to hit mute, but it stopped.
It's fine. I do not care. So yeah, it's called Hush Puppy.
Yeah,
I was going to say, if they called it Hush Doggy, they missed an opportunity to call it Hush
No,
Puppy.
I don't think it actually is called Hush Puppy. I was making that joke. So yeah, I apologize again for all the stupid dog barking the whole way through that. But speaking of which, guys, I just want to mention that our very overly generous friend Dennis is doing a little project to go in tandem with my Bard's College playthrough, where he's letting the group name my Bard's College band. And with how many donations he gets, he's going to donate $1 to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. And then he's going to take his 20-sided die in ultimate nerd fashion, and that'll be his multiplier. So he will donate that amount to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation.
Has he set any rules? Can I bot this and do like 10,000 suggestions?
I was gonna say let's break his bank, but let's not. In reality, he has children, guys.
Wait a minute, didn't we just establish that alchemy tables were better than children's?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
so
clearly.
let's buy Dennis an alchemy table. Isn't that the point of all this?
Or sell one of his kids.
Yeah.
So what's the real life analog to an alchemy table? Is it like a meth lab?
Oh, geez. Goodness.
Well, I don't know. Ask what's his name there? From Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
And you put it in a Winnebago. We'll be fine. So, yeah, Dennis, thank you for your generosity. Suggest your band names for the Bard College to thefalloutfeed@gmail.com. I know that's a little confusing because it's a Skyrim show, but Dennis is on the Fallout feed for those of you who aren't aware of the Fallout feed. So he's on that show, so that's what we'll use as our contact email address.
Over in the YouTube chat, what is it, Michael LaMontagne?
We need to get a pronunciation down for that guy because he is a really awesome participant, and he's
French,
all over the place.
Michel.
It's Michel. He is from Quebec, so.
He said, I've told my 367 friends to send their entry.
Nice.
Tell them to tell a friend.
That's great. Hopefully your kids get to go to college, Dennis.
This case will beat the 2016 record before we even start 2017.
Oh, this is going to be great. Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? Yes. So I don't know. Did I just interrupt something? What were we doing anyway?
He said Michel.
Yeah. So he was just saying
Michel.
Michel. Michel. Sounds good. Dragon Rising. Let's get into it from multiple angles here. The basis of Dragon Rising is the fourth quest here of the Dragon main quest line. Actually, shoot, Gary is flagging me, guys. He's saying it's already 40 minutes through. He has this crappy band that he's in. I was telling you, I don't like this guy. I don't know who hired us to have a stupid fucking producer on the side behind the glass. And he doesn't even have a microphone. He won't even talk back to us. But anyway, Gary wants to chime in. He has this band. He says we have to make a music break and play his crappy songs. nice, Gary. He thinks he's really clever because he wrote a song about the Roundtable, and he's a producer for the... Nice. Really hilarious, bud. Good one. So we'll continue on with the show here. We'll go right into Dragon Rising before Gary interrupted us over there. So, Jeremy, I know that it's been a few weeks, buddy.
Oh, geez.
Do you remember anything about what we're getting into with Dragon Rising? Where did we leave off? What was our last thing that we had done before going out to meet this dragon?
I don't remember what I did this episode, much less last one.
Last episode.
It was a bit hard for him. He wasn't fucking here.
That's right. You weren't even on the first. He sent out feedback, didn't you, bud?
Yes. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, we played it.
Oh,
I mean, it was good feedback. Don't you remember, guys?
I do.
The silence is deafening.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I did last episode, let alone what somebody else.
Trying to think what the last thing was.
Yeah, he said something about going to visit Lucien and
Lucien. Yeah, right before Dragon Rising, what do? We end up in Whiterun, right?
Right.
No, we brought that Dragonstone back to Farengar.
Dragonstone, Farengar.
No. You can take the Golden Claw back to Riverwood as well, to the trader there if you want to cash that in.
Yep.
And get a couple $100 for a gold. I'm sorry, not dollars.
Yep.
Yeah, but you can loot the place afterwards. And
oh, can you?
Yeah, you get to take his stuff for free, most of it.
Oh,
and then sell it back to him.
Yeah, and then steal the claw anyway to have to collect it.
Is there an ultimate, like a, you know how the dragon priest masks have a shrine? Is there a golden claw, emerald claw, ruby claw shrine or something somewhere?
Isn't there a...
I saw a mod for that.
Yeah, but isn't there, what's that thing called, an achievement for that?
Do you have to hold them all at once in your inventory?
No, but I think there is one delve that requires like 2 or 3 different claws.
Anyway, there's a dragon problem, you guys. As far as I remember, we have to meet. There's a little meeting, right? If you behind the throne room, if you go upstairs. There's like his little military conference room where he has the map, and
you have to wait for Earleth.
Yeah, it's always uncomfortable wait. I always remember rushing up there because they say, "Oh, go discuss," and then you try to talk to Balgruuf, and he's like, "Not now, not now,
like,
not now."
Yeah, well, she finally runs in and says, "Oh my God, there's like a dragon out there."
Holy crap, you guys! There's totally a dragon outside. Watch out!
It's totally burning stuff.
It's totally torching everything. God, let's go get it. So, Earleth.
Although for somebody who's not very interested in, not decided in the war, he's keeping pretty good tabs because he has the map right there with all the pins.
Yeah.
That is true. He is definitely keeping track. Well, I mean, his future as a Jarl depends a lot on who wins the war, and that's kind of why he doesn't want to decide, right?
I believe that's part of it, yeah.
Well, I think Juan was talking about Farengar, right, Juan?
No.
Well, he also has a map. He's got a stand-up map by his tables.
Right. Yeah. Oh, I thought that's the one you were talking about because that's where this
No. Farengar, I think he and Earleth, no, what's her name? We're discussing the locations, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, Victor, you are correct. I was talking about the meeting after that. You're talking about when we bring back the Dragonstone. You're talking about meeting with Delphine. I was skipping ahead a little bit.
No, I was just referring to what Juan said. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Whatever.
No, that's fine. So did we talk about Delphine?
I didn't see her in my playthrough. She wasn't there.
How's that work?
Yeah, because he went and got the Dragonstone first.
Yes. If you go get the Dragonstone first and go right there and give it to him when you first meet him, she's not there.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. I've never done that, I don't think.
Yeah, I've always done it that way, and I saw somebody was doing a playthrough, and I'm like, wait, how did Delphine get there?
Okay, that's funny.
If you go there first without it, she won't be there.
That's interesting. I had no idea.
Which I had never realized before either until I had done it this way this time.
But Delphine is there because of she thinks there might be some sort of dragon problem coming back.
Yeah, no, she's there to tell Farengar where the map is. She tells him, she gives him the information that that's where the Dragonstone is, and asks him if he can find somebody that will work for Balgruuf to go and get it for it. Turns out you're that idiot.
Yeehaw!
Yeah, but you don't really see her there when she's asking him that. You only see her there after you've brought it back, right?
When you get back.
But it's implied, yeah.
Well, she will actually tell us that later on.
Yeah, no, I think Farengar says it to you that she is the tank who told us that it was in there. And then she gives you a bit of a compliment. She says, "Oh, you went in there and got that? Yeah, nice work."
Oh,
and
nice.
While you're there having this conversation, then he leads into, "Oh, I think you're going to find this very, very interesting," and that's when Irileth comes running in.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then we proceed upstairs, and then have to wait for Irileth again.
Yeah, she says there's a dragon attacking, and then for some reason Delphine just leaves.
Oh yeah, she does. Yeah, that's a good point.
She bolts. I'm outie, guys. She should help of all people, right?
Yeah.
That's funny. I never.
Or at least go and watch.
At least saying, I'd like to see what one of these dragons looks like. Let's go check this out, maybe.
That is a good point. I never even thought of that.
So
maybe that's when she goes to get the horn of Jorgen Windcaller.
She was like, crap, I gotta go get that horn now.
While he's busy, I'm gonna go run and get the horn.
Yeah, I didn't ever think about that. Do you think that they actively thought about that?
No,
they did not.
Yeah, they're not as smart as we are. Trust me.
Oh, yeah, definitely not. So on our meeting, is anything eventful happen at the meeting upstairs?
Not particularly. Guard comes up, and says he ran all the way back, and says that they were, so and so got eaten or something like that, and then Balgruuf tells him to go downstairs and get some food and rest.
Nice. At least he likes his soldiers. Good Jarl.
Well, yeah, this is to establish the fact that Balgruuf is a good guy.
Yeah, of course. That's awesome. Good. Yeah. Everybody likes him.
He's one of the good Jarls.
Yeah, totally.
He's not like a slouching Jarl like that guy.
Oh, God.
He's the one who's like slouching
Skull or whatever his name is. Not Skull.
That's Sidgear.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
I like the cranky old lady Jarl.
She's my favorite. Idgrod Ravenclaw.
Yeah.
She's my favorite Jarl.
I like her, yeah.
What? No, not Morthal. Where is she?
Yeah, she has nightmares and has the strange wizard moved into her city.
Is somebody clicking?
And not me.
Somebody's clicking a pen. That's getting irritating.
Or play with a Zippo or something.
Yeah.
One thing about Idgrod that people might want to, let's just say people might want to make friends with her before doing a certain quest in the main quest. Just saying.
Yeah, I stumbled into that. It was definitely good luck.
Oh yeah, she's great. I love that.
Yeah.
So
just another aside, Michael, you might want to go to Markarth and turn in some Talish worshippers to the Thalmor there, and that'll work out later on in the main quest as well.
Oh yes. Oh, you know what? I failed that one quest where you have to turn get the information about the Jarl's right hand man. Why can't I remember his name?
Bob.
Worshipping Palos. I failed that quest for some reason. I got the information and I blackmailed him, but somehow failed the quest. So I don't know what happened there. But yeah, you're right. I should go do that. Actually, I do have to go back to Markarth anyway, because I have some dragon bones I have to offload.
We talking about the guy with the silver nose or something?
No, I was talking about why can't I remember his name? What's Prevenius's title?
Steward?
Stewart, that's it. I could not remember the word Stewart. The Stewart in Markarth
it's his uncle, isn't it?
Yeah, it's that old guy. Yeah.
The monkey's his uncle?
Palace or something. So yeah, he's secretly worshiping Talos, and you can find that information and blackmail him.
Oh.
So that's kind of part of what I was
saying. And Colin was simply saying, do that now because that affects something later on in the main line that you will run into for the dragon storyline that we're doing.
No.
I
was telling him to go work for the Thalmor because he's a Khajiit. He should be working for the Thalmor, like his king is. Because his king is working for the Thalmor, he should be working for the Thalmor as well.
Look, I am with my man, Ulfric.
And the Thalmor, yeah.
I'm on his side, helping him out.
For the Thalmor.
The true High King. I mean, he's the true High King. I don't know. There's no more to say than that.
He's a murderer. He's a terrible person.
Hey, look, he challenged him in open combat.
It's all hearsay. This is all fake news. He's
Yeah, who could possibly shout somebody to death?
Never happened. I've never seen it happen.
The media is painting him as a villain.
Exactly.
Damn Black Horse Curry are doing it again.
Although he is a throne sloucher. So I do have a problem with him being a throne sloucher, I got to admit. The Jarls who slouch in their thrones drive me nuts.
Yeah.
One of them.
Low tolerance for slouchers.
What's that?
So we have low tolerance for slouchers around here.
Yes. Like, just sit in the chair, for God's sake. At least
I
look
send Evan Prior for president, for Jarl.
He's not as bad as that punk kid in the one punk kid Jarl.
Falkreath?
Yeah. But, yeah.
That was
he's
awesome.
A too, for sure.
Yeah, was it Clesia? I don't know whether you can figure the pattern out, but she owns a house in Markarth, owns a house in was it Falkreath, in Whiterun, and in Morthal.
Oh yeah.
So she owns the houses all there.
That's great.
The only one she doesn't have a household is in Solitude.
Are there any NPCs that own properties in multiple holds?
Don't think so.
No.
Not that I'm aware of, anyway.
Interesting. Oh, anyway, back to Irilith. Says we're supposed to meet her out near where? Western Watchtower?
Watchtower, yeah.
All right, so we're on our way out there.
You do. Balgruuf does give you something as well. He'll give you another piece of armor or an enchanted piece of armor just before you head out there.
And it's always armor?
No, it's enchanted.
I thought it was the Axe of Whiterun, or is that later, or is it before?
Is that their reward when you come back?
That's when he makes it. Yeah, when he makes you thing. That's the next one.
Yeah, okay. Got steel armor, but it wasn't enchanted.
Just steel armor, huh?
Yeah.
I'm not low levels. That's great.
Because he doesn't like you as much.
Well, I was level 1 too.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there you go.
Wow, I didn't realize it went down that low.
Hey,
possibility.
Guys, I had a thought the other day. Why is the base level like 15 or 20 at your level? Why don't you start at 0 at each of your levels?
Because then when you try to walk, you fall on your face and realize that you're a newborn baby.
Yeah.
Or you just left the hospital after licking the windows all day.
Yeah, really.
So that's seriously, you can't. They're thinking that if you start at 0, you can't do anything.
Yeah,
okay.
Pretty much. Yeah.
All right, I'll buy that. So Earleth gives us a command. Let's go out to the Western Watchtower. A dragon has been spotted. Balgruuf, give our adventurer a little bit of a pre-reward support piece of armor, or could be a weapon. Colin, maybe.
Maybe. I always get armor, I think.
Okay, so
Yeah,
possibly always armor.
And he does also allow you to buy property before you go to the watchtower.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yes, you actually. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You get Whiterun, or not Whiterun, Jesus. Breeze Home before Western Watchtower. I thought that was a reward when you got back. I was mistaken.
No, your reward is Lydia.
Ooh.
Lydia. Yeah, you get Lydia.
Yeah, you become Thane, right? So
Yes.
yeah.
So the property does not come with a house Carl or anything then?
No.
Not in Whiterun.
Not in Whiterun. Does every other house come with a house Carl?
Not automatically.
No.
Yeah.
No, I think you get the house first, and then you have to become Thane later. Same thing with the Hearthfire houses.
See, I guess I almost always go and do too many of the quest and go ahead and earn Thaneship before getting the house anyway. So
I thought you had to own property to be a Thane. I thought you had to do the helpful things and then own property, and then you became a Thane.
who knows?
Nope.
Now, as long as you do the helpful things, that's all that matters, right?
If you do
Yeah.
the
Well, no,
things.
do you have to? Well, Pat may be right. Do you have to have bought the property?
Yeah, because I.
But you don't have to be a Thane to buy the property.
That's right. But
Right.
to be a Thane, you buy the property, and you do the helpful shit, and then when you're a Thane,
Then,
you get the house.
then
Carl.
you get the house Carl.
So I have Valindral Hall for many levels, and I just got the house Carl today.
Argus.
I think so. Argus. Yeah.
Argus. Is that a hard G? Is he a hard?
Yeah,
is he a
I don't
hard
know.
G?
I haven't talked to him yet.
Is he an uppercase or a lowercase G?
Because he's
Argus
sitting
will work.
he's sitting at my table eating my food. So
Yeah, he's a good guy. You get tight with it. Take him out with you every once in a while. He's a good guy.
does he get in the way like all the other companions?
Tell him what's up. He'll know who it's coming from.
Yeah, everybody gets in the way.
I hate them. God.
Actually, I've been using Lydia recently, and she stays pretty like 10 steps behind me most of the time, and then as soon as I initiate battle, she'll let me get a few shots in before she runs in and finishes them off for me. So it's actually been working out pretty good.
Does anyone else
surprised?
Anyone else think that they have improved the AI of the followers?
I think they have.
That's a possibility.
They may have.
Yeah, so
You know what they have done? They've allowed you to be able to take the bow away from them, so they don't have a hidden bow that you can never remove.
That is a nice piece right there.
So if
Interesting.
because sometimes if you want your tank to run in up close, if you take the bow off her, then she won't stand behind you shooting arrows as you're trying to if you're that stupid to shoot arrows.
One
you
little.
can take the bow off her.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
One little plug here for a mod I've been using in my audio let's play, which is coming up after Andrew. I've been using Arissa. Arissa is written by Arthmore, who a skilled mod author, and she has a little hook. When she gets in the way and you run up against her, she'll say, "Oh, let me get out of your way," and she does. It's awesome. So.
Yeah, well, they had that in. Sorry, they had that in bloody Fallout New Vegas. Why they didn't transfer it over, I'll never know.
Yeah.
Interesting. I was reading about a mod that improves the follower AI, and you can do certain things to make them get out of your way. I think it's if you draw your weapon, they will automatically move out of in front of you and stuff like that. So I was reading about that, but I think I'm going to stick with the mods I have for now before I go messing too much. I don't want to have an accidental disaster or something. Everything's working fine right now. Let's keep it that way.
Yeah, don't mess with it. Yeah. Lots of people are having issues with their console modded games.
Yeah.
So.
I don't even want to update my mods or anything right now. I don't know.
That's one thing I have been doing pretty regularly. I've been updating all the mods I have. I haven't really added much. And I don't think it's caused me too much trouble with Freya.
Okay. Maybe I should update them.
At least the ones like the ENIAN mods, those are darn safe to update. Some of the other ones, maybe, I don't know, maybe not so much. The unofficial patch is probably pretty safe to update.
Okay, great. I will look into that.
So we've just left Dragon's Reach.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Has anything exciting happened in between the trip from the front doors, the gates of Whiterun, to the Western Watchtower? What can happen there?
On a damn cobblestone again.
There's
Aerolith gives a rousing win one for the Gipper speech.
Oh, the speech, yeah, that's a great speech.
Before
to all
that's
four
right.
guards.
Yep.
That big crew battle the dragon.
That is true. They only send out a few guards to go against a dragon.
Yeah.
Well, Aerolith wanted to do it by herself.
Very well.
Did she, Juan?
They are great fields, yeah.
Juan, did Aerolith say something about going by herself?
No, I said she wanted to do it by herself, but the Jarl made her take some people with her. So
yeah,
right then, and he does say this. He does admonish her that it's not like a suicide mission or whatever. It's not guns and glory or whatever. He says something to that effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He tells her to return.
But yeah, no, there's nothing much happens. You meet up with her right near the watchtower, and then you run off towards the watchtower.
And descends upon us a terrifying winged lizard breathing fire.
A wyvern.
A wyvern of sorts.
A wyvern.
A wyvern. Yeah. I mean, Mirmulnir.
What's his name?
Mirmulnir, something like that. Mirmulnir, I believe, is his name.
Mirmulnir. Yeah, you're right.
Mir.
I think it's is the technical pronunciation.
His name's actually Fred, but he prefers to be known as Mirmulnir.
He goes by his mother's maiden name, Mirmulnir.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. It's from the Skyrim Mirmulnirs.
All right. So how did our battles go? I'm a restoration mage, and it's frustrating with my healing spells, like Colin was mentioning, that against undead and vampires and draugrs, my healing spells, my restoration spells, do not work. So therefore, when my healing spells are supposed to be damaging my enemies, they do nothing to those sort of things. But dragons, luckily, aren't considered undead or anything. So my healing spells worked really well. I was like 3 or 4 blasts with a double-fisted heal other. And that I only get 80% of what it would heal. That's how much damage it does to enemies. So at 80%, 3 double-handed blasts. And the dragon came to the ground, and everyone else finished him off. Verilus went in, fists ablazing, going to punch a dragon to death. So it's pretty great. Thank you, Verilus, for your.
Well, he does have RK on his side. So.
Yes, he does.
True.
That is true. He never stops.
It doesn't bother
RK.
him if he dies or not. So.
Yeah, that's true.
He's good and good.
It was a fun little battle. It was really cool to actually get to use the restoration spells to bring down the dragon out of the sky. I don't know if I on purpose hit him in the wings specifically or not, but he definitely came tumbling down. So it was great.
Yeah, crashing and leave that big crater. I do love that.
Yeah, that's fun. Does that only when you like clip them in the wings and they're flying at like an angle or something?
I don't know. I think
it's to damage them when they're flying.
Yeah, I think it's when you get. Yeah, right.
Actually, for the first time ever, and I don't know, was it with I can't remember which character it was, whether it was my Let's Play or with on the Xbox. I shot a dragon out of the sky.
That is fun, isn't it? Oh gosh,
it's the first time I've ever done that.
An arrow?
Yeah, I killed it. Its health was low, and it hadn't had a chance. Because usually they'll land when their health is down to quarter or something like that. But couldn't find the landing zone or something like that, and kept shooting at him, and he died came right down right in the middle of Riverwood.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and that's when they make a crater if you kill them while they're in the air.
Well, sometimes they'll do it.
They do the
landing strip thing when they're coming down. Yeah.
I think that's when they come down in low health, right?
Yeah, they come down, they do a skid landing or whatever.
Their faces smash into the ground.
yeah.
Kind of face plant.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool effect, though. That's one of the things, like those little things that they didn't even have to think about adding in that they did. That is really cool.
Yeah, they do it, and they also do it. Was it if they're on the ground when it happens? They do a Willem Dafoe bloody platoon effect. They lift their wings up in the air and go,
Yep.
That they do. Yes, they do.
What was I going to say?
So he's dead. Sorry, go ahead.
I had an interesting one. Is when I came back with the Dragonstone, I didn't go back to Dragon Tree straight away with it. I went up to the companions, joined the companions, done a couple of quests with them, and then got sent off to do Dustman's Cairn with Farkas.
Farkas, yeah.
Done Dustman's Cairn, and that was a hell of a lot of fun with two-handers, both in heavy armor. Basically, the two of us just running through, bouncing everything against walls. It was awesome. And we come outside, and when you go into Dustman's Cairn, he runs off on his own. But once he gets there, then he follows you, and he'll follow you all the way back to Whiterun. And when I approached Whiterun, I think I must have just hit level 8, and then I got a letter for a courier come running up to me and going, "Oh, hey, we've got a letter for you, blah, blah, blah." And he goes, "Oh, letter from the Jarl. It looks like you're going up in the world," and he hands it to you. And I knew what it was, but my character didn't know what it was. And she was like, "Oh, is this a letter from Balgruuf? I better go and see him right away." So she runs off and goes to see Balgruuf and then hands over the stone, blah, blah, blah. So I had an immortal companion's Farkas with me for the dragon fight at the Watchtower.
Oh, nice. That's great.
Nice.
And that was a lot of fun because he was going face to face with that thing with his big two-handed greatsword. It's great to watch.
Jeremy, did you say Vilkas or Farkas?
BR back. B, sir.
Oh, whoops, sorry.
Yes, it's Farkas.
Farkas.
That's his follower, yeah. But it's odd. Vilkas has some quests once you finish the quest line as well. Of if you go and talk to him, he wants to go and face a dragon with you, so you can take him off on a special quest to go and kill a dragon.
That guy's
so
really got it. You know what I mean? He's really got it where it counts. That guy.
Who? Vilkas or Farkas?
You want to bring him out with you? Whoever Colin's talking about. I can't tell them apart, honestly. I don't mean to be, like that, but seriously, guys.
Well, Vilkas has really sunken eyes.
Smart one.
The smart
Vilkas
one.
is the smart guy.
That's a smart one, right?
Yeah, that's right. Farkas is the dumb one, and
okay.
He's got he's got Isgrimor strengths, and Vilkas has his brains or something. I forget the line, but
something like that. Yeah.
Classic. All right. So who else? What do we have? Battle. The Western Watchtower. Pat, you hate dragons.
Pat.
What happened?
So the Whiterun guards were a big help. This is my first dragon fight, right? So
what level are you going into this at?
In the 10 kind of range. I waited a while to do the quest. I did some side quests, but I did it fairly early. So
10,
it was probably,
that's really low. I was at least 20 before I was doing this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it may have been 15. I didn't keep good notes, unfortunately. But so I was mostly kind of hiding in the tower, and that was when before I had any good melee weapons. So I was using what did I have for a bow? Did I have my Falmer bow then, or was I still using a dwarven bow? I forget. It was a fairly weak bow, and just plinking away at the dragon, doing a little bit. I didn't. So I did a little bit of damage, but the Whiterun guards actually did the speech must have worked because they did their part.
That's great. You're using a Falmer bow.
At that, the sort of the first good bow I
found level 10
was actually a Falmer bow, which is weird because their arrows are shit.
Where are you finding
them? The bows are good though. Yeah, you're right.
Their bows are pretty good. Yeah.
Where did you pick up a Falmer bow at level 10?
It may have been more like 15 or something. So the first kind of good bow I got was the farmer one. I may have still been using an unmodified elven bow or something. Because this was way I hadn't gotten the hang of enchanting and everything when in the early play. So now I kind of got enchanting figured out and sort of know what I want to do with stuff that I find. Either soul trap it or add some fire damage or something. So but right now, actually, I'm using the at much later levels. I'm now using the Nightingale bow, which is pretty hotsy-totsy.
You have a very nice handle on the crafting aspects of all aspects. Have you been playing with alchemy as well? And
yeah. I have my routine. That's my main leveling up routine. Between periodically, I'll go buy all the ingredients from the alchemist in Whiterun, make all the potions, sell stuff back. And sell stuff back to her, and then do the same thing at War Maidens. Both the vendors there, buy all their crap, make a bunch of armor, sell it back, and and do the whole schmear and everything, and get some levels. So my alchemy and this is way past what we're talking about in terms of quests here, but my alchemy and my alchemy enchanting are pretty high right now.
Great. I'm glad. That's one of the early things that grabbed me. That really pulled me into the game was the crafting aspect. I've never played a game that had a lot of this sort of crafting and stuff to it. It was the first sort of open world game I'd ever played with this crafting and stuff. So that was, as a new player, the first time player. I know that you have played this style of game before, not an Elder Scrolls specific game, but I know that you have played that sort of thing before. Yeah. But to me, that was one of the things that really pulled me in was just the crafting. I really enjoyed the enchanting especially, but also the smithing and, to a lesser extent, the alchemy. But all three combined, you can really enhance your weapons and power. So it's
the potion or the alchemy is actually kind of super more sophisticated, of course, but it's actually very similar to the potion making back in an old school, the Might and Magic series, where they had a potion mechanic, and it was the same way. You would mix potions, and you could combine potions, and if you combine them wrong, you'd get a poison. If you combine them right, you would get higher level potions.
That's cool.
You'd have there's red, blue, and green, just like in this game, but you'd combine them, and you get black and white potions would be more powerful.
Nice. Nice.
And you combine them in certain proportions, like 2 blues plus a green plus a red equals a black or a white or whatever.
Ooh, black potions, baby.
Yeah.
So you let the guards basically kill your dragon.
Yeah, so I got a few shots.
Good job, buddy.
But yeah, mostly the Whiterun guards, because I was hiding out in the towers, like, oh shit, that's a dragon.
Oh yeah.
Turns out Urlith is pretty powerful too. She has some spells on her that she uses.
Yeah, what does she use?
Shock.
It's shock, I think. Yeah.
Nice. Do those affect dragons the same way that they affect mages? Shock spells. Mm-hmm. Will that drain a dragon's ability to shout at you?
Oh, good question.
Yeah, it does. But they got a shit ton of magicka. So
yeah.
It would probably kill them with the shock spells before you drain all their magicka away.
Okay. Because that'd be fun to fight a dragon that had no magicka.
You can
only bite your head off. That's all.
If you use the
well, shouts don't drain magicka anyway. I mean, shouts aren't part of the magicka.
Well, but they're shouts.
That is true.
Yeah, their shouts do magic damage, but I don't think it uses actual magicka.
There's too many mechanics going on at once here, guys. I can't follow. So, Juan, how's your dragon?
I think I was level 5.
Wow, God, Juan, jeez.
Yeah.
I cannot. So. I had to level up a bunch before I opened up dragons. You know what I mean by open up dragons? Any first time players out there, you can play the game for a certain extent. There's no dragons that'll pop out until you go. I don't remember if it's this action or next episode exactly, but it happens somewhere around here.
I thought it was this one.
I thought it was after. No, I don't think they come out randomly until after
Kynes Grove, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've had a few.
Oh, is Kynes Grove the one with the Alduin resurrected
Yes.
dragon?
Yes, this is the first time we see Alduin bringing something to life.
Spoiler! Bloody hell, I didn't know that.
Oh, geez, sorry.
Is there only one other place where you see him doing that? It's over by the crossroads going towards Rorikstead. Is that the only other spot where you ever see him do that?
No, you can see him in Windhelm.
Right. Yeah.
Forsaken Cave.
Yeah,
I've seen him over by Markarth as well.
Oh, really?
Okay. Yeah.
Places maybe.
Alduin gets around.
If you get to a dragon burial site and he hasn't been there yet, sometimes he'll pop up there, or you'll see him actually resurrecting a dragon.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, well, the only thing I kind of don't like about it is the fact that you can sit there and just throw arrows at him like all day, and it does absolutely no damage. He doesn't even look in your direction.
Well, Juan, if you could kill him before the end, it would be no fun.
There's no point in playing the game, Juan.
Yeah, because the first time I played the game and I was in Kynesgrove, and I was from far away shooting arrows at him. I'm like, I'm hitting him. Why isn't he taking any damage? Why is he ignoring me? Because I thought he was the dragon that I had to fight that was resurrected, and then I went in a little bit closer, and then finally he actually resurrected the dragon there, and so that was my experience the first time. But no, at the Western Watchtower, I did kind of the same as Pat, a little bit of hiding inside the tower, shooting arrows at him from far away, throwing a little bit of magic at him, and just trying to stay out of the way so I wouldn't get killed.
What sort of magic are you throwing?
I'm doing a lot of.
What are you wearing, Juan?
Heavy armor.
Heavy armor and magic. I love that weird build.
Yeah.
Were you doing like a shield and spell and heavy armor or something strange like that?
That's kind of what I'm going for.
Oh, that's great.
Eventually, I'd like to go get Spellbreaker.
Oh, yeah, that would work well with that. That'd be great.
Yeah. And I actually managed to get Bound Sword off of a Draugr.
Oh. Spellbreaker is a light armor shield, isn't it?
Oh, sorry, bud.
I think it's a buckler. Is it heavy? No. I thought Gopher carried that for a long time. His character was light armor, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was light armor, but there was shield is heavy. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, I thought it was classified as a buckler, not a dwarven shield. But I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's heavy.
It's Daedric, so it's cool.
Yes. No, it's a great shield.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that.
Sweet.
It does reflection as well as what do you call it?
Does it absorb?
I thought it protects.
It blocks 50% of magicka.
Yeah, and it reflects some too, doesn't it?
It should absorb it, man. I always loved the absorb magico. You see that one sort of rarely, right?
Yeah.
That's always a good one, though. So, Juan, also, you said you were throwing magicka at it and sort of let the guards help take it down, too.
Yes.
Jeremy, do you remember anything? Was there a dragon?
Yeah, there was. I ran into the watchtower and went up towards the top. And
I do that too.
I was hitting it with some fire, and then once my magic kind of ran out, I think I pulled out my bow and arrow, used that for a little bit, and then once it was close to dead, I think I kamikazed with a great sword, and
nice.
We all got him down.
What sort of armor do you usually wear? What have you likely been wearing?
Focusing on magicka, which is something I've never done. I'm just using light armor instead of heavy armor. So
yeah, I don't know that it matters.
It's something I've never used before. Or I always go just with the best protection.
Yeah. Which is usually heavy armor. So
I decided to try light armor with this playthrough also.
Gives you a little more agility.
Mm-hmm. Which is nice. But if I usually just play a straight character, I'm usually going a two-handed up-in-your-face character, and that usually lends itself well to a heavy armor build as well. So.
Yeah, that's what I would typically do, too.
Yeah. So I also go up to the top of the tower usually. I almost every character, now that I think about it, I for some reason like to fight from up top there. Do you guys climb the tower?
Yeah. Nope.
I rarely do, actually. I usually stay on
Really?
the ground and
That's
skulk
interesting.
around and hide behind things.
Yeah, I come in and out of the door.
Yeah,
Right.
that too.
Yeah, I kind of go up and down the
Fire.
stairway if I need to hide from fire or whatever, you know. Jeremy, speaking of which, how did your fire spells do against the dragon?
I think they do okay because
do they do well?
I've faced one or two more since.
I didn't know if dragons would have some like resistance to fire or anything.
Is
Well,
it my
fire dragons would.
Yeah, fire dragons do. Yeah,
That is a specific class, fire dragon.
they're breathing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
if they breathe fire, they're a fire dragon, right?
Well, what is this first one? If it's just called dragon, if it's generic dragon, what is it? What
It's
is it
almost
throwing
always
at you?
fire, I think, or is always fire.
It's
think
always
so.
fire. So Jeremy's fire spells might not have been doing quite as much damage as he hoped.
I usually hit L2 and R2 at the same time, which is fire and shock. So
Oh, nice.
I think one of them was doing more damage than the other, and I
And
can't remember which.
the shock would have also been draining whatever magicka.
Mm-hmm.
But as Colin said, dragons have an endless magicka, so. No, but that's fun. I always like using the shock spells as well. So you're doing a double-fisted mage.
Trying to, yeah.
That's awesome. That's tough. Early on in the game, everyone will admit that is a tough go of it, man. That is a tough run.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough road.
It really hasn't been that bad. I was, and maybe it's because you guys have all prepared me to
Prepared you for the
shit
worst.
enough.
Yeah.
Being a low-level mage, but I really haven't had that tough a time. I do a lot of running, but
Yeah. Lots of
You
turning
know, it's-
tail.
yeah, I thought I was dead a lot more.
Yeah. That's great. So your spells did pretty well against the dragon and the guard. You held the guards. Let them help you.
I did.
Great. Good job. Michael, did your usual method of taking down dragons, did your roundtable roll lead you to any new methods?
I've been using a lot more magic just because of the warlock play style I'm supposed to be going. So I've been mixing it one-handed.
Did you look up warlocks or anything, or do you have a knowledge of what warlock means?
No, but I assumed I should be using that.
Yeah, that's all. That's what I would assume too. I would have no idea what warlock actually means, other than using magicka.
I think it's that I'm not 100% sure, but don't you make a bargain with somebody for your powers? I think that's what a warlock is.
Oh,
like
that's
doing
cool.
stuff for a dated prince or something.
I think it depends on the the fantasy setting or whatever. Sometimes it means like destructive magic, which is why I thought it went well for mine, because that was my assigned class for my my character.
That's basically what I'm leaning on the destruction magic, but mixing in archery and one-handed also. But mostly leaning on the magic as much as I can.
So a warlock would entail a destruction spell. So what are you using? Do you have a specific school? Are you ice?
Fire mostly.
Fire, nice.
Yeah, I've stuck mostly with the fire. I've gone up some of those perks in coordinator. What have I done? Let's see.
Is there one of those schools that's definitely better than the other, or they each have their own advantage? I've never done an ice mage.
Yeah, well, I think you should be using different ones for different enemies.
Yeah. You gotta mix it up.
Yeah, use fire against undead, your vampires, and your drow and the like.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Frost trolls, ice rays go down fast to fire.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then use your ice on melee fighters, warriors, bandits, soldiers.
Okay.
Yeah, because it drains stamina.
Yep. That makes sense.
Slows them down.
Mm-hmm.
And then use shock on your mages.
Mages, because it drains their magic. So you're
And
telling me...
Also, use your frost abilities on fire dragons.
Yeah.
Good call. So you're telling me ice wraiths put down the two-handed heavy sledgehammer. I want to say sledgehammer. Wrong game, asshole. Warhammer. Quit fighting my ice wraiths with the warhammer, guys. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No.
They keep stinging
Unless you
my
have good
ass.
frost resistance. If you're a Nord, I mean, it's okay, right? So
But I'm an Argonian wearing robes. I'm getting chilly over here.
An Argonian wearing robes with a two-hand.
You shouldn't be in Skyrim anyway.
You're
Get
fired.
the hell out.
Just put fire damage on your Warhammer. You'll
That's true. There you go, Juan. Good job. Solve the world's problems, Juan.
Golf clap.
Michael's using magic.
Yeah,
he's a
I'm using
warlock.
a pretty good mix. So I mean,
What's
I'm
your
level-
one-handed weapon?
Destruction on 54. I'm using glass swords right now, but I'm going to switch to Osmer swords.
Everybody hates glass. I love glass.
I do too. But...
I like the look of them,
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I've got a glass. My soul trap bow is glass.
I find people make fun of it online a lot, but I really like that glass look.
It looks weird. The armor looks weird.
Oh, I love it.
The weapons are good. The armor is, a bit of a joke.
No, come on.
But then again, so is all light.
I want some glass robes. I want just the mage robes with the glass effect to them.
Much better than the dragon bone.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dragon scale looks way better than the dragon bone. Yeah, you're right.
Nice. See, who have I not checked in with? Kill a dragon. Jeremy, Michael killed a dragon. Juan, you killed a dragon. Pat, your guards killed a dragon. Someone's got a phone call.
Sorry.
Jeremy. Victor killed a dragon.
I did, yeah. I killed a dragon.
Colin? Colin? Did we check? We checked in with you, right?
Yeah, was it me and Farkas?
Yeah, great. Yep. So our dragons are all dead. Great. That's awesome. My healing spells worked really well from top of the tower. Good job. I'm really enjoying this. I didn't think that I would like playing as this healer role, but I really am. Do you guys have any thoughts on the dragons or any side quests or anything like that? We should be heading in towards the end of the show before too long here. So, any closing thoughts or
Well, yeah, we haven't got to the
points?
best part of this quest yet. So,
haven't gone back.
Oh God, we haven't even gone back to the reward yet either. Colin, take us back, brother.
I like that you were going to skip over it.
Shut up.
We're just going to pick it up in the next episode.
Nothing to see here.
Colin would never allow that.
Damn fucking right, I won't. Sit down and listen. Mute the whole lot is.
Oh wait, we didn't even do that. The second, we're not even heading back yet. There's still one part before we even head back.
Yes.
Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a bad host.
Well, so we go to the Western Watchtower and we notice the place has been attacked and we want to kill us a dragon, and we do. We go to battle and we play it a little bit smarter than the rest of the guards. Instead of trying to face it head on, we sort of run up to the top of the tower and take it from above, or we go in and out of the door and sort of like avoid the fire. And in the end, it's you and Irileth and a couple of guards left, maybe a follower if you had one. And once the dragon falls and goes, Dovahkiin, no! He dies, and then his skin starts to burn up, and a weird sort of magical comes out of it, and then starts to surround you and enter you. And then suddenly at this moment in time, you have a sudden realization that the word that you learned back in Bleak's Fall Barrow just comes to you in a moment of power and clarity, and it awakens the Dragonborn gift within inside of you. And one of the onlookers, probably the smartest of the guards, which is not a great feat among Nords, lets it known that he read a book once. You know, he fell over and hit a book and it fell open, so he read it. And it told him about a Dragonborn, and the Dragonborn has the ability to absorb a dragon's power and learn to shout as the dragons do. And once you've learned to shout a dragon, you shout then using your foos that you learned in Bleak Falls Barrow. And he says, "That's shouting. What you just did. It must be true." And then they're arguing. So Irileth shuts the ball up. and says,
Not before one of the other guards says, what did he say? Something about they're just coming back now and forever. Or something like
yeah. He goes, I didn't hear about time of septum killing no dragon. Stupid. It's kind of like the Three Stooges because they're all standing there.
Yep.
And then Iroles is going, you shouldn't be flapping your mouths about stuff you don't want to know. This is what I know. There's a dead dragon. Anybody who can help with that is good in my book. And then she says, you should head back to Whiterun, and I'm going to stay here, make sure everything's all right. You head back to Whiterun. So you make if you haven't got good inventory management skills, you've got the very, very slow trudge all the way back to Whiterun because you've just picked up all those dragon bones.
Oh no!
Is that why I was moving so slow?
Might have been all the beer you drank, Juan.
Yeah,
you're walking backwards.
Yeah, sorry.
We're in Skyrim.
I jumped too quick on that.
So, we make our way back to Whiterun, and if you have a look at the map, open up your map for you fast travelers, you'll remember this, is that if you open your map up at this particular moment in time, you'll notice that you can't fast travel to Dragon's Reach. That's because if you fast travel to Dragon's Reach, you won't be able to hear the call of the Greybeards going, Dovahkiin.
And it shakes the very ground you walk on.
Yes. So you stroll back, you hear the call of Dovahkiin, and then once you get to Dragon's Reach and enter, you see that there's an argument between Proventus, Balgruuf's brother, and Balgruuf is trying to mediate between the two, and he's saying that it's the call of the Dragonborn, the Greybeards have called him, and what does this mean? And then it turns out that you tell him, and you kill the dragon, you deserve a reward, or I killed the dragon, so ain't I cool? Dog. And
little pitchy dog, little pitchy.
They tell you that so you should be. So you're telling them that you killed the dragon, and he says, "Oh, you may be dragonborn. That's the call of the dragon, the Greybeards. You should go and see them." He tells you he was with them once, and blah blah blah, and he went up there, made the pilgrimage years ago. And then he gets down to it and says, "Well, thank you, Dragonborn. There's only one gift that I think is good enough, and I name you Thane of my city. I grant you." Lydia as your personal housecarl to protect you and all your own, and I give you this axe to serve as your badge of office. Wouldn't want them to think you're part of the common rabble now, would we? And then you say thank you very much, Bald, and you walk down, and then you meet your housecarl and Lydia, and she says, "Hi, my name's Lydia. I am your housecarl. It's an honor to serve you." And then you ask loads of questions. And there we go. And then there's no point in playing the game anymore. You might just go off.
You're done. You've won Lydia, so that's,
Yeah. She's sworn to carry her burdens.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thanks, hon. Oh, and we've won Lydia.
I think she says it with Andrew's wife's eye roll.
Yeah. My wife will give a heavy sigh and an eye roll for that.
My fallout.
So we report back to Balgruuf. We get stuff.
Yes.
Is it leveled? Is it always the same item? It's the war. It's the axe or something, right? The axe of Whiterun.
And it changes. It's leveled here.
I was going to
say
the
axe of Whiterun, but it's always leveled. Yeah.
I was going to say it does change based on what level you bring it back at or something. Then.
Yeah, mine was steel.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mine was orcish with drain stamina, I think.
Orcish, nice. Ooh. Drain stamina, that's a good one. I like throwing that on those two-handed weapons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good for those tight battles like that.
Yeah. Volendrung style weapon.
I think I gave mine.
Whatever it is, I always give it to Lydia. So
Yeah, she's
that's
great.
good.
She's great in uptight battles, up close and personal stuff. She's good at that stuff.
Michelle said, and then it's love at first sight.
Oh, it is. Colin just he knows how to talk to the ladies. So,
And the first time she gets in your way and you battle, you just want to kill her.
yeah.
It's very short-lived.
Colin, yes, no.
A lot of reloads. Let's just say. In my first playthrough, a lot of reloads to end up happily, married happily ever after. A lot of reloads.
Yes. How many accidental?
Turns into a candle for me.
How many accidental skull bashings?
Sorry.
There was only one playthrough where I think we're going up against Croesus, that bastard. And
Croesus is good.
Yeah, she took a bound battle axe to the back of the head, and that was the only time. There's one playthrough where I didn't reload.
Did it have something to do with the bound battle axe, or you just decided not to on that specific character?
Refighting Croesus is a pain.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you go. You don't want to refight Croesus. It
was mainly the character.
Okay.
He was one of my favorite ones. He was two-handed, but wore clothes.
Oh my goodness! Did you have the alteration thing where you're doing the armor?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say that. Otherwise, that would be really tough.
Yeah, but he moves real fast.
And once you get to that, there's a perk, I believe, in the alteration tree, in the vanilla tree at least, that if you take that perk, it gives you like 3 times the armor enchantment if you're wearing absolutely 0 armor, right?
Yes. Yeah.
That's a great. Once you hit that, then it is totally worth doing only alteration, no armor, only clothes. That's when it gets good over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to get to that upper thing for alteration.
Yeah, it was pretty dangerous until it got up to Ebony Flesh. Then dual casting Ebony Flesh, you're pretty okay unless you go up against Drogodeath Lords with Ebony Bows. That's always
tough.
A bad time.
That's always tough. That sucks. Yeah.
No matter what you're wearing, that guy is just like, hey, I don't care what the hell you're wearing, dude. This is going in your eye.
Right, right in your left eye. Here you go, present. Guys, so we have our rewards leveled Axes of Whiterun. I have no idea which mine was. I didn't even check it. I probably either sold it or it's in a barrel back in Valendril Hall or something.
You monster.
Do you guys have any other closing thoughts for the show?
Not me.
No? Well, on that note, I would like to thank everyone for tuning in, and for Michael, Jeremy, Colin, Juan, Pat, Victor, and Partridge in a Pear Tree. No, everyone in the everyone in the YouTube. Who's in YouTube? Macaulay, Michelle, Cookie Guy is Juan, right? Jared, all those guys. Yeah. Thanks. Shout out to you guys in the YouTube group. Keep coming back, and that's great. So thanks for chiming in. And I would just like to tell us that next time we can look forward to the quest, The Way of the Voice, and the Horn of Jürgen Windcaller. So please join us on the Facebook group. That is facebook.com/group/a Skyrim Addict podcast, and the Fallout feed. On Twitter, we're at a Skyrim Addict. And just a reminder, go to the Bard College Let's Play thing for Dennis. Send in lots of band names to the Fallout feed at gmail.com so we can raise a few more shekels for the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. And that kitty there needs a few band names too. Is that your 3-legged cat, Michael, or where's that coming from?
That's not me, no.
Oh. You do have a 3-legged cat, though, don't you?
Not me.
Yeah, I do have a 3-legged cat.
Oh, that's awesome. Did you name it Tripod?
What's that?
I said, did you name it Tripod?
No, he already had a name.
Oh,
so no.
Okay. Sorry. So yeah,
Lucky.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good one. So tune in next time. We'll do a couple more quests, and we'll look forward to some more awesome roundtable action. And thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.
See you, everybody.
Thanks, all.
Later, guys.
See ya.
That was perfect.
The cat said bye to it. That's awesome. Bye, kitty.
That was almost as good as Berlina saying, "Got any sausages?" at the end of Colin's Let's Play there. That was really good.
Got any sausages?
Thank you for downloading this episode of a Skyrim Addict podcast roundtable. If you are interested in doing a play-along character with us, the show can be contacted by emailing skyrimroundtable@gmail.com. For the Skyrim Random Stats Character Generator, the roundtable schedule, our Amazon link, and all other show information, please head on over to asapodcasting.com, where you will find the Fallout feed, My Journey with CF, a Skyrim Addict podcast, the Chatterbox, ASA Game Talk, our YouTube channel, as well as other content. Your 5-star review on iTunes is greatly appreciated. Once again, thank you for downloading, and no lollygagging.
That needs updating already, doesn't it?
The Jarls who slouch in their thrones drive me nuts. Kid Jarl.
Falkreath.
Yeah.
What's going on, gamers? This is Jeremy of ASA Game Talk. Just wanted to drop a quick line to let you know we are in the process of doing the 2016 ASA Game Talk Game Awards. How does it work, you ask? Well, this is how we're doing it. On episode 32 of Game Talk, Victor, Dennis, and myself got together. We talked about some categories, added some categories, took away some categories, added some more, took away some more. Excuse me. That's what we did on episode 32. And now what we need from the community is you will see a Facebook post from me, Jeremy Bouts, that kind of fills you in a little bit on what's happening. It's a little wordy. I apologize for that. I really should cut that down. It will be cut down for the future postings. But here's what it is. Every few days, I'm going to post 4 categories, 3 to 4 categories, depending how the numbers work out. And what I'd ask is that you copy and paste that to an email, and you send that email to asagametalk@gmail.com. What we're going to do then is take all the nominees, put them in their categories, and then we'll have another show, say mid to late December. Then we will whittle that down to a handful of nominees per category. From there, stick with me, from there what we're going to do is post it category by category as a poll in the Facebook group. And each winner will then be, I guess everyone will know the winner of each category. Maybe not. Maybe I can make the poll results private. Something I should have thought of before I cut a promo. Anyways, what we're going to do is post each category day by day, every couple of days. And then sometime early 2017, first or second episode of the year, we're going to reveal the winners. And what I may do if I get adventurous is figure out how to email each one of these companies, devs, games, whatever it may be, or Twitter, whatever the F, or Jesus, man, or tweet them and say, hey, you won 2016 or the ASA Game Talk Most Disappointing Game of the Year Award. Congratulations, No Man's Sky. And I like I said, I may reach out to some of these devs and do that just for fun. 2 rules. A, has to be 2016. Can't be before. Categories kind of give you a little more of the structure. B, the nominees have to be emailed to asagametalk@gmail.com. Those are the two rules. Has to be 2016, has to be emailed, cannot be posted to the Facebook group. Those will not be counted. asagametalk@gmail.com. And before I talk way too long on this promo, I'm just going to remind everyone it's the holiday season. Why don't you head on over to Amazon.com? But before you go there, jeez, I think I've been drinking. Before you do that, head on over to asapodcasting.com and use that Amazon link. Doesn't cost you anything extra. Sends a little bit of love back ASA's way and CFF.org's way, most importantly. So asapodcasting.com, click on that Amazon link. Until next time, thanks for your participation. Keep gaming.
Hey guys, sorry we're late. So we're starting a podcast on modding called Mod Talk.
It's been ages since we've had a proper family activity. Checkers, or perhaps charades.
I don't know, Codsworth. I don't think I'd consider modding a family activity, but you guys can stop by now and then. We're just in the planning phase, and we could sure use some good ideas to make the show entertaining. We'd also like to make sure it doesn't suck. You know what I mean?
Strong want fighting and killing. Human just talk.
Yeah, okay. That's great, Strong. So does anybody have any useful advice?
Just hear me out. This is important. I've gotten word about a settlement that's being threatened by raiders.
You've gotta be kidding me.
This ends now.
My God, if I had hands, I'd strangle the life out of you.
Friggin' wastelanders. Alright, you guys are done. You're flagged. Hey, Tamrielians. Tamrielites. Skyrim fights. Whatever. You guys got anything?
Cicero can talk for a moment. Just a moment. Then Mother must be tended to.
Okay, cool. Since Vex couldn't make it, are there any Thieves Guild mods you'd recommend?
Cicero never understood thieves, really. Take someone's things before you kill them. And they call me crazy.
Gee, I can't imagine why.
I have taught the way of the voice for centuries, and the Thum since long before that.
Ah, see, there we go. Thanks, Parthenax. I'll swing by the throat later, and we'll go over some shout mods. Astrid, you got anything to add before we wrap up?
I'll cut right to it. I'm just trying to imagine you hiding inside the body of a mammoth. Bloody brilliant idea.
Oh, listen, about the other night. We'll talk about it later. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. Lunch is on us. Just take care of the tip, please. See you guys.
So long.